Women who don't wear makeup are cheap, low budget. They don't spend a lot of money. They are low maintenance women. They like them because they can keep them to themselves while they go cheat on them with women who do wear makeup. Okay, how you doing? Thoughts on curly hair. I think women who wear curly hair, it depends on what type of man you are trying to attract. The more sleek and sophisticated look attracts different types of men. The curly look attracts different types of men. So it just all depends, okay? Will you fit in their lifestyle? That's what I always say. We don't like that in the story, but we don't like broke in the story. You're not even on the radar, dude. Okay. So
somewhere along the way, being a normal everyday girl became a crime. Suddenly, if you're not polished, filtered, or performing for an audience, you're invisible. And worse, you feel like you're failing at life. And TikTok, it has just supercharged this pressure. What used to just be reality, waking up with messy hair, wearing a simple outfit, existing in your own skin, now feels like something else to hide. Today, I want to break down how social media created this environment, why so many women are struggling with their own confidence, and how this ties into something much bigger. The downfall of how we value ourselves and each other. Let's start with this idea. Why does being normal suddenly feel wrong? On social media, everyday faces, no makeup, no filters, are treated like flaws. Normal bodies, normal skin, even normal personalities are constantly compared to curated, filtered versions of reality. Think about TikTok trends. Okay, get ready with me, flawless skincare routines, Korean glass skincare routine, glow up transformations. Like, the message is subtle but clear. You're only worth watching if you're improving, transforming, or serving a look, which has a good and a bad side to it. What used to be just real life, like running errands in sweatpants, having a breakout, looking tired, now feels like content that isn't good enough. And then being yourself as you are is almost treated like a mistake. Tell me otherwise.
I feel more comfortable, like literally just being in my skin. When I put on makeup and stuff, like I don't feel like I'm myself. Like I feel ugly with makeup on.
Yeah. When I put on makeup, I'm like,
what? Who is this person?
Yeah.
That's how it really makes me feel. And I'm just not comfortable doing. I'm more comfortable just in my skin as I am. And I've gotten to a point of like really knowing who I am and what I want, what I desire, what I like. And that's like, I'm standing on that.
And then comes TikTok. TikTok's algorithm thrives on beauty filters, perfect influencers, and trends that move at lightning speed. Literally, there's always a trend every 3 days. I kid you not. There's always something new to catch up on. There's always something new that you're gonna miss out on if you don't jump on it right away. And it is so exhausting. Not just for the consumers, but for the content creators as well. And I'm pretty sure for the brands, because they have to be on their A game when it comes to marketing and advertising. And so the problem with this is that it has created a confidence crisis. Girls, especially younger ones, are comparing themselves not to other people, but to like the digital faces that they see that don't even exist. You have your hyper smooth skin filter, the reshaped features, the brighter eyes, the smaller foreheads, like the rearranging of your hairline. It's crazy. There are filters for every single thing. And at some point, you just have to realize that filters aren't just a fun effect anymore. I remember when I was on Snapchat back in the day, the doggy filter was so cute. The hearts around your head, the halos were so beautiful. But TikTok has taken it to another level and they've just become default. Like, you have to use a filter, especially if you want to be pushed to somebody's For You page. If you want to be considered to be, popular on this trending audio with this filter effect that you have on your video. So to the point where like some people literally feel like they can't post a single video without one. And it's so obvious when people do wear filters too that are obviously like making their faces too perfect, pinching their noses too much, or pinching their waist. And it just becomes a little bit too much. And it doesn't just stop there. Like, TikTok has blurred the lines between living life and performing it. Okay, so when you're watching these videos, going to the gym isn't just about being healthy or getting in shape anymore. It is about making content. Every single person is pulling out their phone in the gym. And to me, it is so annoying because can you just not? I don't know. I don't like being in the background of people's videos. And I used to record when I would go to the gym. I would make sure nobody would be in the back of my videos. And if they were, I would let them know that I was recording and that I would personally blur out their face or censor it. And some people just don't have the same respect anymore. And just that pressure of going to the gym and recording yourself is something that you don't even think about because you're so used to doing it, because you also see everybody else doing it. Even like hanging out with your friends isn't just about connection. It is about capturing the perfect clips. I'm always on Reddit going through different posts, and people do not like Instagram anymore. People have made Instagram feel like everybody has their life together because it's so perfect, how they curate their pictures, their videos, the compilations of whatever they have going on. And I kind of agree. Even though I'm not on Instagram, I can see it because it shows the same thing on TikTok. So everything has become a performance. And if you're not ready to perform, you feel left behind.
Have you noticed how makeup isn't just for special occasions anymore? It's for work, for errands, even for grocery stores. Because girls today are constantly bombarded the moment they wake up with content creators, beauty influencers, and flawless skin. And now, even with life coaches, the mentors, the therapists who preach self-love and be yourself, the same people selling it don't even show their real faces because they're also wearing layers of makeup. Wallahi, it's ironic. We've built a world so manufactured that normal skin now equals imperfection. And let me be real with you, that right there is so dangerous to our young girls, because it teaches girls to be at war with themselves before the day even starts. Every scroll tells you there's something to fix, something to buy, something you're missing, even if it's just seeing others wearing makeup looking prettier than you on socials. You know, that constant imagery seeps into your mind, it disturbs your peace, and it strips away your contentment and gratitude. So just remember one thing: you don't need to look perfect to be at peace. You just need to stop letting a filtered world decide how you feel about an unfiltered you.
So why does this hit women so hard? Let's be realistic. There are more women content creators than there are men. And it comes down to constant comparison. Like, social media doesn't just show you one unrealistic standard. It shows you thousands every single day, whether it's makeup, skincare, gym, just being at home. Like, it shows you so many different pillars every single day. There's always a new beauty filter, a new micro trend, a new standard that you are expected to meet. And because it changes so fast, no one can keep up with it. And I feel like that's becoming more of a conversation now, that people are realizing like there are too many trends, can't keep up, it's oversaturated, it's exhausting. But the scariest part is that authenticity is shrinking. No tea, no shade, but other people's content are starting to look the exact way, and it's a little boring when that happens. If you're not curated, polished, perfect, camera ready, you're invisible. This creates a dangerous cycle because you start believing that your real self isn't good enough. That unless you edit, filter, or perform, you are failing. And it's not just insecurity, it is conditioning. We've built a system where women's worth is measured by likes, views, and whether they can keep up with impossible expectations. It's been like this for decades, but it's gotten more stronger in the media area more prominently now than ever. When we zoom out, this isn't just about TikTok filters. It's about culture. We've become so obsessed with appearances to the point where it's eroding genuine human connection. This can be a debate in the comments. I feel like we reward image more than reality. We value polished content over honest conversations. And here's the truth. When being ordinary is demonized, society loses more than just women's confidence. We lose authenticity, individuality, uniqueness, empathy, and the ability to value people for who they actually are. Younger generations are growing up believing that natural equals flawed, and if that isn't a sign of natural decline, I don't know what is. So let's bring this back. Being a normal girl isn't a crime, absolutely not. Social media has made us believe it is so. TikTok didn't invent insecurity, but it supercharged it. It turned normalcy into failure and filters into the standard, and we can fight that. And the real downfall isn't in just fake perfection. It is in forgetting how to appreciate reality. So maybe the quiet rebellion today to this is to just be normal, to just be yourself, to not perform, to show up in your own skin, to be okay with existing without editing yourself in some superficial way or into something that you're not. If you've ever felt like you're not enough, let me say this, you absolutely are. You are who you think you are. Share this video with someone who you think that needs to hear it. Leave a comment if this hit home for you. And most importantly, do not let social media convince you that your reality isn't beautiful. Subscribe to my channel because I know this is not your first or your second video that you've watched. You've probably watched like 3 or 4 of them. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel and I will see y'all in my next video.
I've lost my words, I've lost my feet.